In part 1 of this vlog series, we explored the old Elkmont Ghost Town and learned a little about the 2 early resort clubs, the Appalachian Club and the Wonderland Club, that formed right here in the heart of Elkmont way back then.
Talking about the beautiful Elkmont country via the Little River Railroad.
We focused more on the Appalachian Club side of things in the last one. While that other club, the Wonderland Club, has a story and a popular hotel found somewhere in this area, and it too deserves a closer look.
But I guess one of the challenges will be tracking down the Wonderland Hotel and figuring out exactly where it used to stand. We continue to walk down this path running parallel to the Little River, but we still haven't come across it.
A closer look is what we were here to do, so we could see if there were any remains still standing. We were just having a wee bit of a hard time finding it.
Of course, out this far, we don't have an internet connection or able to pick up any cellular towers, so we just have to hope we stumble into it soon. Oops, I left Sarah behind. You better keep up.
I was taking a picture of a flower.
Where are you, Wonderland Hotel? Show yourself. I know the staircase is on a pretty big hill, and that's a pretty significant hill right there, so maybe it's around the bend.
Are the restored cabins at the end of this trail? They're this way? Oh, okay.
There's nothing more down here?
Waterfalls.
What about the Wonderland Hotel? Do you guys know?
That's that way?
That's that way?
Okay.
We passed it on the way in.
Oh, did we? Okay.
Yeah, what's
left of it?
It's basically torn down. It's down underground.
Oh, okay.
After asking some friendly Smoky Mountain passerbyers if they knew the approximate location of the old hotel known as the Wonderland Hotel, we were finally onto something.
We actually hiked about 1.5 miles out of the way. Apparently, we've already passed the Wonderland Hotel. So you say we go out of here?
Yeah, go down to where the campground junctions and turn right like you're heading out to Little River Road, and it's on the right.
All right, so we're en route to find this Wonderland Hotel where it used to stand. Got a little bit more insight from a friendly fisherman. He said before the campground?
He said before you get on Little River Road. Scott, we'll find it. We just gotta drive around a little bit.
Yeah, but if we don't find it out here, then I'll bet you it is off of Elkmont Nature Trail.
No, he said that you could see it from the road.
All right, I don't know where in the world.
Scott, he said at the junction of the campground and the Little River Road.
Well, maybe it is. Maybe it's actually down that Elkmont Trail. And what is this area over here? Why is that man stopped?
Scott, he's probably just getting something out of his car.
Wait, there's a sign right there.
Okay, read what the sign says.
It's right there, Wonderland Hotel.
Oh, okay. So then we passed it on the way up. Don't go in that big hole, Scott. Scott, what are you doing? Like you're driving us.
Wonderland.
You're driving us straight into the forest.
I'm excited. We made it to the hotel.
And just like that, the old Wonderland Hotel location revealed itself.
Okay, so this
That says Wonderland?
it says Wonderland Hotel right there. You can see it. You see it? Wonderland Hotel.
Now, the Wonderland Club, like its earlier rival in the town, the Appalachian Club, began by the business dealings of old W.B. Townsend. Townsend had first sold a large plot of land to the members of the Appalachian Club,
Could it be up that way?
but also soon after in 1911, Townsend reportedly gave 50 acres of land to a man named Charles B. Carter to build an area that would attract even more visitors to Elkmont.
I guess we're gonna walk up this incline here and see if we can spot anything.
And within a tight span of time Townsend gave him, about a year, he built on this very hill what would be called the Wonderland Hotel. The doors were open to the public by June of 1912.
Oh, wait a minute. This very well might be it. Because there's that chimney. Hold on. I think this is the chimney to the ANNEX building that was right next to it.
Now, during that time period, those applying for new memberships to the nearby Appalachian Club were being denied. So eventually, a group of those denied access to the club branched off and in 1919 bought out the Wonderland Hotel and formed their own club called the Wonderland Club.
All right, this is it.
That's how the club began, and over a couple decades, both the Wonderland and the Appalachian Clubs were where the wealthy visiting the area would gather, vacation, and some would live.
This fireplace right here was part of the ANNEX, I believe, that stood right in front of, or right behind, the Wonderland Hotel. There is the chimney, this huge fireplace area right here. Might be the biggest one we've seen yet. It'd be one blazing fire right there. But here's the staircase that was actually part of the actual hotel. It was on the, I believe, the west end of the hotel. But this would have been what people would have looked out and saw, which that would have been the building over there for the ANNEX building. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I think that was part of the ANNEX building. Wait a minute, if this was the west end of the hotel, maybe it was like a wraparound. So maybe the hotel is actually this way. Because there is a trail that leads right here. So let's go down this trail and see if we can find it. You coming, Sarah? We're on to something here. Okay, so we have a clear away here. I think we're already up and the staircase is going to be below us. Wait, do you see a fireplace?
Yeah, right there.
Where?
To the right.
Okay, then this is it. This is the entrance. Oh no, that's another chimney. So I guess that's just another remnant of a cabin that was taken out. If we can find the fountain that used to sit out front of the hotel, it's actually in the old pictures, then we know we're at the front of it. And right in front of that is the staircase that led up to the front of it. Because if we were already up there where it was, then we would have to travel up the staircase to get to that point. So maybe the start of the staircase is actually down here. It's gotta be here. All right, so we just did a big circle. Man, we're working to find this one. With this right here being the staircase that we're trying to track down, as well as the building right here. But if we can find this stone wall, and this right here, this staircase, we will be able to track down the Wonderland. So we're back at our starting point. Let's see if we can track it down. All right, so I do see what you're saying now, Sarah. There is a path. So Sarah's saying take this right. You know what? I think you're right. I'll bet it is this way. Could this be the trail that leads to the front of the Wonderland? Stay tuned. Sarah, I think you're right, because I think I see the stone wall. Heavily wooded area here. Gotta watch out for the poison ivy. Where? Ah, and there's the staircase. How did I miss this? And here's what the guests of the hotel would have looked at leaving the Wonderland Hotel or coming out for the evening or the daytime to enjoy the river, the outdoor festivities, coming down this old stone staircase.
In the early days of the hotel, the Little River Railroad tracks lied in front of a long elevation of stone steps that led up the hill to the entranceway of the Wonderland Hotel.
Some of the first tourists of the Great Smoky Mountains would have traveled up this staircase excited about the stay that was in front of them. They knew that they were here for the summertime. We're going to enjoy some good times here, staying at the resort hotel on top of the mountain.
Although not a trace is visible now, except for a small section of what appears to be a part of a staircase.
That is what's left. The only piece really that's left standing of the old hotel. Makes you wonder why they actually kept that. Maybe just as a living testament of the history, they decided to leave that standing along with the other chimneys and whatnot that are found here.
The two-story wooden hotel structure had 26 rooms, each said to be unique in its design. There was a large wraparound porch that guests would gather on to socialize while enjoying the mountain views as they swayed on Wonderland's rustic rocking chairs and porch swings. The hotel was well known to never have modern features like phones, televisions, or radios in the guest rooms, and was a true escape into the wilderness of the Smokies, even all the way until its final days of operation.
So right there's, maybe this is all that's left of it. Could you find a little relic from long ago in that pile? Maybe so. And that right there would have been the west staircase that we just saw, that we just walked up on, with the ANNEX chimney right over there, the remnants of that.
Inside the lobby of the hotel was a large double-faced fireplace with surrounding chairs and tables for playing games and drafting postcards and letters. The hotel's dining room used country-style decor with checkerboard tablecloths and splint-woven chairs, and it was well documented for serving up delicious family-style meals with a scenic dining environment.
And there's the, I believe you can see some of these stone walls here in some of the old historical photos that still lay here from way back then on both sides.
One relic I was very interested in getting a closer look at, clearly seen in historical photos of the Wonderland Hotel.
This is actually a fountain, and you'll see this circular fountain area in many of the historical photos. There's actually one pretty well-known one with the children all around this, with the adults in the background, and you can see them sitting on the porch and the staircase area of the Wonderland. Pretty big group photo of everyone, and this is the actual area where that all took place.
It's always amazing to me to see an old image of something still intact from long ago. A frozen snapshot in time with people of that era captured in an image frame for another century of visitors to stare at in much wonder. A fitting name for a hotel with so much allure and history, and to be standing there beside this relic in modern days was surreal to say the least.
I'm not sure if you can see that right there, but there's an old photo of the Wonderland, and you can see the staircase that we just walked up with the hotel right over there up on top of the hill there.
After exhausting the extended lease agreements given to Elkmont's cabin and cottage owners by the National Park Services. On November 15th of 1992, the Wonderland Hotel saw its final day of operation. Thereafter, a fire in 1995 would destroy a portion of the old hotel, and then, in 2005, the weathered hotel collapsed and was later almost completely removed, except for a few remaining stone stair remnants and piles of rubble where the hotel had once stood. After a 15-year fight over the fate of the historic structures that lie all throughout Elkmont, in 2009 the National Parks finally decided to restore the Appalachian Clubhouse and some of the nearby cabins and cottages in Daisytown, as well as one notable cabin on Society Hill and one on Millionaire's Row, all sections of what is known as the Elkmont Historic District. All other cabins and structures were demolished and removed. The Wonderland Hotel ANNEX, which lied on the west side of the hotel and was added to offer even more accommodations to members of the club early on, still remained standing for a bit of time after the removal of the Wonderland Hotel.
Like I said, this annex right next to it withstood the test of time a little longer than the actual hotel did, but not too long after they demolished that the rest of the way, this actually was burnt down.
Ironically, it too would be lost due to fire before the demolition took place.
And it actually was burnt down in 2016. I believe someone set it on fire. Some vandals.
Exploring the remains of an old mountain town still subtly shining with some of its remains and other artifacts that leave plenty to the imagination. It was now our turn to check out from the area where the Wonderland Hotel once stood. And like so many had done before us on their departure from the hotel, we too would descend the old stone staircase and make our way down to our next destination. With all the history we had discovered here at the old logging town later referred to as the Elkmont Ghost Town, I wanted to continue to dig deeper into its interesting backstory, as well as the other nearby logging communities that came to be around here. I had to know more about the Little River Lumber and Railroad Company. A trip to nearby towns in Tennessee was a must.
Look, Little River Railroad Museum sign. And we know that it's only 5 minutes from this place.
I had to know more. I can't wait to share with you what we learned.